Hello, speaker systems. In this video, we will review the process for how to time align mains and subs in Map 3D. This is for system bid number 3, in which you're required to do so. Yes, we could debate whether or not time alignment of subs is really a good idea at all, but that's not the point. The point is to do it and practice the skills. First thing is you need to pick an acoustic crossover, and in reality, you probably want to do this multiple times to find a spot that best suits proper distribution across the venue, but I'm just picking the front of house mic for this video to go rather quickly. And then you're going to go over to your loudspeaker processor and kind of see what's going on. I've simplified this. Your bid will probably have multiple channels for the mains and one or more channels for the subs. I've simplified this for the sake of the video. You can still see there is system EQ already on it from the previous time I used this file, but it's all pretty simple. But going over to measurement view, of course, I've picked the front of house mic already. Maybe I want to put smoothing on it. I don't know. But I'm going to take some predictions of the mains and subs and do some messing around with them. So we'll just do that. I'm going to go to Express settings over here, and I'm going to select, which I'm on already. I'm going to select my first Galaxy processor in Express settings. And now channel 1's my main, channel 2 is my sub. So I'm going to mute my subs. And we'll do a quick prediction of the mains here. It should be relatively flat. I'm going to time align it, right? Bring time alignment, bring the mains up in the middle, give us a nice smoother phase trace. And I'll do a store trace here and call this main start. And we'll do the same thing for the subs here in a second once the trace is done and figure out what we're going to do next. So subs only, do a prediction, and there's the subs. That looks normal. And we will store this trace as sub start. And the subs are currently live. I can leave them live, but I am going to want to expose my mains trace so we can see them overlapping. Cool. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here on the frequency axis, zoom into the lows, and maybe make this a little bit more readable here. And now we can kind of see our crossover is about 107. Is that a good place? It seems a bit high. How could we lower it? Well, we could turn the mains down, and the mains aren't flat anyway. And we're looking for equal level, equal time, so that seems like a good idea. So I'm running about, I don't know if there's about 10 dB per increments here. We're about a little 4 dB hot, perhaps. So I'll go to my subs and turn them down by 4. -4, that's the delay. Let's do that here, -4, and it should repredict. And it looks about right. Maybe it went down too far. Maybe we'll do -3 for this. And I don't think it's significantly moved our crossover. It's at 105 now. Now you are required in this assignment also to put in filters like you would in the real world. So we'll go do that. Let's go over to the processor settings, and I'll go into my mains. And I'm going to put up, I don't know, a high pass filter, right? So pick what you want. I don't know, an LR24 might work. We'll put it at 105, which is what our crossover frequency is. And we'll turn that on, and there it is. It's engaged now on top of the other EQ we already had. And I'm going to move to processor channel 2, which of course is the subs. And I'm going to do the opposite. I want a low pass at 105. And we'll do a symmetrical crossover, the same thing, an LR24. And we'll turn it on. And looking at those together, we should be able to go back to our device overview now and see our filters are both in place. You can see the phase trace overlapped. And at this point, we're going to have to do some storing and some predictions. So I need to recapture. I'm going to store. I'm on my subs right now. So we'll turn off this stored mains trace. And we will store a subs filtered. Subs filtered. And yep, cool. And then we're going to turn on the mains, of course, and do a mains filtered. So we'll see the mains live. Oops, I got to predict. Mains live, store trace, and mains filtered. Which, of course, takes a moment. And let's overlap these as soon as the storage process is done. So we can stick with the, let's do so. And there we go. There's an overlap, and it's pushed itself down to 85 after with the filter, and we'll just leave it that way, whether that's best or not. You could spend more time messing with it if you like, and I am kind of curious. I did pick the same type of processor, right? LR24 low pass and an LR24. Oh, there's my problem. Nope, that's right. So we're all good. I just want to confirm. And now the question of who is earlier. We did time align it earlier. We can move in a little bit here and see what's going on here. That's actually useless data, so don't ignore what I just did there. And who's first? It's kind of hard to read, especially with the two color blues here, but I'm making a guess here that the mains are later. And this would align with what I'm seeing out here in that this is probably closer. If we spin this guy around, you'll see what I'm talking about. Thinking the mains are getting the sub energy first. Or of course, this doesn't account for group delay on the subs, but we don't really know. And I'm kind of seeing here, it looks like the mains are a little bit steeper. I don't know. So I'm going to try delaying the mains, which means I need to have the mains live, which is conveniently, I need to have the subs live because I'm going to delay the subs. So I'm going to switch this over to mains filtered. And I'm going to go live with the subs trace, do a prediction, and start adding some delay to the subs and see what happens. It's the first time I've done this. I have not practiced this part of the video yet, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Let's add, 4 milliseconds, see what happens. And I'm going to zoom in down here into our target zone, right? We're looking for a crossover. It's saying the crossover is at 85. So our crossover needs to be in this zone right here. And you can see there, it's almost 180 out right now. So let's keep adding some delay to these main. I'm sorry. Did I add delay to the wrong thing? We should be looking at subs live. So I did put the delay on the wrong thing. And it's predicting. Ooh, that's already a lot nicer. And so at 85, it's looking a little bit more in phase, and I'm following the trace, and it is kind of following. I don't think I'm multiple cycles off. Did I go too far? I may have gone too far. Oh, that looks pretty good. It looks to me like the angle of the trace and the phase offset itself are the same. I'm going to buy that as time aligned. And we've done it. It's 6 milliseconds delay, and I've turned down the subs by 3. So I level time combined it. Now, is this actually worth it? I don't know. 6 milliseconds delay in a venue this big, of course, you walk around it, you're going to experience that all the time. We've talked about this in class, but it is required on the assignment for you to do this process for one spot in the room to time align your mains and subs. And now you have a video that helps you remember the process. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.